Hey students, what's going on? It's Devlin Cassidy, aka The Scholar, coming back at you guys today with a very special premium deck profile. We today are going over Hammsuke in premium, and this is just kind of more for fun. I wouldn't really recommend taking this to any major event, but definitely it's a very fun deck, to kind of kick around at locals and just see how much aggro can you do and how many Excel circles can you make, and hopefully you're not facing against Narukami. But without further ado, let's get right on into it.
Wait. Before we get into today's video, I need to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Kingslayer Cards. Go check out their website, which will be in the link in the description down below. And they provide all your TCG needs, especially for Cardfight Vanguard. And check out for the upcoming events that they'll be hosting throughout their schedule. Hope to see you guys at some of them.
So of course, like V starters, I'm gonna say like V starters are just broken, like +2 and +1s are just insane. We're gonna be playing then 4 copies of the Hammsuke. So this is a Pencil Hero Hammsuke. So what he does, he's on place and he checks for a Pencil Knight and a Pencil Squire Hammsuke to be in your soul. And once he's placed upon, you can discard a card, and if both are in soul, you can create an additional Excel marker and then call 2 of those cards out. So he's definitely very cool. Cool card, just aggro free board, makes more circles. So this is kind of the deck's gist, is to get multiple Excel circles and be able to abuse those with like a really insane funny restand combo. And so this just helps you facilitate that for your engine. And then of course, what's funny restand combo without one of the funny restand boys? This is Amazing Professor Big Belly, just a Crayon Tiger clone, counterblast 1. When he's successful at the end of the battle, he swings, counterblast 1, choose one of your units and restand it. Absolutely phenomenal card, definitely, deserves a slot in the deck. Then we got one Hamden. This was just kind of a pump and a draw and to give yourself a soul. So the main way you actually kill with this deck is Septicom in the G zone. Is just because you're doing so many attacks, you just want to flip as many cards as possible, but you have a soul issue. But Hamden allows you to draw a card, put a card into soul, and helps you get your numbers a little bigger. So definitely he's a really huge plus, since you'll always have 2 Excel markers, since that way if you do ride incorrectly into Hammsuke, you definitely have that option. Then we have 3 Crayon Tiger. The boy is just perfect. I absolutely love this card. It's just the freest card in Great Nature. Counterblast 1, restand a unit, give it 4K. At the end of the turn, refund it for killing it. And, it's so good. Not as broken as it would be in Belly, but phenomenal card. Then I have 4 of the Pencil Knight Hammsuke. So this is a grade 2. And if your Vanguard is Pencil Hero Hammsuke, he gets 3K on rear guard. But if you have the Pencil Knight on in soul and he's on Vanguard, he gets a 5K on attack. So it just helps get you a little bit better numbers. This should be a little more aggressive since you're just trying to develop this ride chain that you have access to, like a lot more consistency now. So definitely 4 of this guy, because you definitely want to see him. And then 4 of Wincon. So this is Hammsuke's classmate, Mechanical Pencil Hammy. So unfortunately, they made this also the grade 1 promo, so you can't mix both inside the same deck, but we prefer her because she's going to put Hammsuke's to the bottom and pump herself up by 4K and another unit by 4K. So she's going to actually help you just filter all your Hammsuke pieces back, put on the bottom of the deck. She's a really cool card, really awesome. I love her. And she just, helps facilitate more of this combo engine. And it's kind of like the main reason why the deck can kind of operate. So she's essentially your Rhino for the deck without a guard restrict, but she does get really big, so people have to respect her. 4 of arguably like the most consistent card in the deck. I prefer to open this just over like the Squire, because this plus a discard automatically gets you your grade 1 and grade 2. Because for him, on place, you can discard a card from your hand, and then you search your deck for the grade 1 Pencil Squire, and he's able to call him, and then Pencil Squire has a skill that we'll get to later that lets him search the grade 2. But then he also has a really awesome skill if you're able to chuck 2 cards with Hammsuke to the bottom of their deck, or to the bottom of your deck, and then countercharge 1. So this is very, very awesome that you're able to put Hammsuke cards back and just be able to plus off and get resources back and just be able to search more cards. Awesome. Then the grade 1 we have here is Pencil Squire Hammsuke, so if your Vanguard is Pencil Hero, again, he gets 4k, so both of the grade 2 and the grade 1 also go up to 12ks, which helps you, again, make better numbers. And then his skill is then at the end of your turn, you can Soul Blast one, put this card into your soul, and you search for the grade 2. So again, this card's just impeccable. I really like and enjoy this card. It's just for this fun deck is that, like, this, again, just helps you facilitate to get that, because it used to be without this card you have to open 2 to guarantee yourself the grade 2, which is now all solved thanks to Tenyuki. And then 2 Pangolin. You can bump this up to 3 and cut the next card I'm about to show you guys if you guys just want one more copy of Pangolin to help you get your soul charge combo, so that way you're able to like facilitate all these soul attacks. But definitely like really worth it. Very good card. For those that don't know what it does, it has to be placed on rearguard during the main phase, and you have to be at GB1, but it gives whatever unit swinging at the end of the battle to attack the Vanguard. If it's 20,000 or greater, you get a counter charge 1, soul charge 1, which is huge because it allows you to fuel your Sipticom kill combo. 1 Urja. This is an important card. It just helps you like not have like your Crayon Tigers or any restander, or maybe you call the mechanical pencil Yuki to this, so that way it just doesn't get blown up. This is just a very versatile card. Also helps you in the Credora matchup if that ever comes up for some reason. But hey, this card's awesome, and I really like this card inside the deck, so it's just a good one that you're able to play and abuse. And then to wrap up, we're playing Elementaria Sanctitude, because this deck really doesn't finish with a large hand size as most other Great Nature decks do, especially Big Belly. So you want to have free PGs where you can, and so this is definitely one where you want to have it. So definitely highly 10 out of 10 recommend Elementaria Sanctitude just to have that. But if you guys are having troubles finding this, or the cost is an issue, because I know it's sitting at $20, definitely you guys can play like the Planar Prevent Dragon, the grade 1 overdressed PG, as I saw what a lot of people running, but this card's just too free, and so to have it at my access, definitely just want to play this card. But you know, if cost is issue, you can play any of the overdressed PGs that serves as the same function. Then we are playing 4 copies of the Soul Crit. This is kind of, again, your like most important crit. Just shove the soul, draw a card, and all that good stuff. Very cool, very effective. 4 stride crit. Again, you just want to enable your stride for striding, so perfect card. Definitely, just, you know, need to play it. Crits win games, all that good stuff. 3 of the most beautiful PG in the game. I will again and rep this time and time again. I love the Asuka or Cable Sheeps, but you know, just guarding, getting more value, having a little bit better defensive triggers is definitely worth it. So definitely 3 draw PG. You can get away with like cutting 1 for a crit sentinel if you want to be a little more sacky. That's definitely an option to go, but I just you know, like the artwork so much and just prefer the draws, and to see all of our combo pieces, I like the draw PGs. 4 Heal Guardians, because there's nothing better to do than live. So this helps you not get absolutely rushed down by anything like really strong like spikes or anything like that. Like, you don't want to be pushed too high, like even though you're an aggro deck. Just these are just too important not to have. I could definitely see myself potentially cutting 1 for an Automism Koala, just to be able to counter charge and soul charge and help facilitate my resources a little bit better. But definitely, you know, living is important, so we like these gifted dragons just for that. Since we are playing no grade 3 searchers, we want to be able to draw into these. And last but not least, you love them, you hate them, over triggers, but we get the Omni trigger again, like I said in my belly profile, so this guy is the one, and he's just absolutely like a rock star. Gives a crit, gives 100 million, like gives all that good stuff. I don't know why my nose is bothering me so much, but yeah, absolutely, this card's just, you know, lights out, so good. Onto our G-Zone. 2 Calidrius. This is like the real big way you give the mechanical pencil the guard restrict, just being able to say, okay, triple door with a bunch of combo restand turns, like that's pretty good. If you're able to somehow get her up to 30 beforehand, like Calidrius is a very respectable stride. Definitely another way to kill combo with this deck, and then also fuel more aggro. 2 Sipticom, our main win con. You can reverse stack your deck with all the triggers, like I mentioned before in my Big Belly deck profile. And his skill, which is more important in this deck, is Soul Blast 1. You flip a card face up in your G zone, and whenever something declares an attack, you pay the cost. and then that unit gets 5k for every face-up card in your G zone. And since you're having like a what you're aiming to do is have like a 9 attack combo, you're supposed to be like pumping stuff up huge for 45. Even goes on the bottom of the deck after. Still just highly respectable numbers your opponent has to guard. It can be pretty insane once you start chaining with Mana Garmer. So Mana Garmer again is counterblast 1. You flip up a card from your G zone, and you mill the top 4 cards, and then you get a drive check if it's a trigger unit, or you give something 10k when it's a regular unit. And then again, it blanks on Elementary Sanctitude because it's neither. But it's other really cool and important skills that in the G zone you can Soul Blast 1 and call a card from your hand when your Vanguard attacks. So like what you can do is you can set up, and then like you can call more cards. So you can call like a Big Belly over the Hamden if the Hamden's like pumped a card. Like it's just insane like small lines of play you can do with a Mana Garmer. It's just like impeccable. Man, my allergies are killing me. One Bolaro. This is perfect. You know, it just helps you pump, get more massive numbers. Like again, card's a mainstay for a reason. Definitely good. Like if you failed on the Sipticon turn, but you somehow like you sacked an OT and lived, you're able to turn around, just give your front row like huge numbers. Definitely like a very respectable play that your opponent like has to acknowledge. Valaragia, like again, I think this card's the slot, but if you want to play A-Funk, that's an acceptable route too, I guess. I just like this being able against Narukami, just being able to say, hey, you can't touch XXXXX, even with Impede or Bulwark, or just any stuff like that. I just like this whole board protection kind of idea. And then also the big thing is like against like Grand Blue and DI, they have the neg crit G guards, which is like really more detrimental because you're swinging for all this no damage, and so that's just really rough to play up against. And then one Sea Breeze, like this never comes up, but you can definitely play this card. Greed 2 game or just like Superior Stride, just a way you can try to combo and push a little early. Sea Breeze is definitely a good idea. 2 Spangled. I really like this card. Everyone that knows me says like this is my favorite G Guardian to exist, just because you can double the amount that you put down. So double Spangled still just very respectable play. Have to put the respect on his name. 2 Zankalpa. This is just our biggest G guard, and since we're an aggro deck and a lot of our stuff dies, just this is too respectable like not to play. So definitely our big G guard boy of Zankalpa. Then 1 Ardillo, again free G guard. Like it's not as broken as it is in Belly because it doesn't plus us, but still a free 25k shield, nothing to scoff at. It's our plot maker. Then one of our Mill Boy, like I don't know, like just being able to cheese a PG against a DP player is just so funny to me. But also being a 35k shield is like not bad either. So definitely, you know, being able to say hey 47 to something or PG is like fire. So definitely it's still a good card, even though it's a little luck sacky. You could like reverse stack your deck hard enough to where, oh, I know like every single trigger order, but it's like I don't know, but still funny like that. And then one All Mirage. This is just to mainly like cuck Narukami and stuff like that, just so like they can't resolve their Cho-Os and like Zuitens and stuff like that. Again, like the same reason Solom said in his big belly back profile, this card's insane. I found like use for it in here. Maybe we'll find use again for it in belly. I definitely like his list, but like this card like has so much merit to it. The fact they can't bind it and stuff too, like they can't like remove it because even if they attack into it, it's not removed. Just so strong. So definitely has some merit there if there's some small lines of play, but nothing like huge explosive because you can't like cheat out Hanli or anything since we're not playing it in this list. And of course, since you're discarding so many cards for cost advantage, you guys just want to go Excel 2, like please do not go Excel 1. I will have a stroke, and so will my boy Kalen Lewis that helped. You know, he has his own list. I changed it a little bit for me personally, but like we'll both have a stroke if we hear you guys going Excel 1, because Excel 2, being able to draw, you get multiple circles, definitely the vibes. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm so ecstatic that we hit 100, and it's been like awesome for me to be able to just pump out content, talk about clans I like, and talk about, you know, the game I've so desperately fallen in love with over the past couple years. So I'm just very thankful that I'm able to share my experiences with y'all. Please let me know what you guys think of the build down in the comment section. Remember to like and subscribe so we can continue to grow the class a little bit, and you know, all that good stuff. You know, again, make sure you check out Kingslayer Cards. They are fantastic people. And I love y'all. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your week. And until next time, folks, take care.